when we first were thinking of or fantasizing about doing this interview with you guys, Felix had the brilliant idea that as soon as we started the interview, we would talk to Benny, assuming that his character from Good Time was just him.
Yeah.
And be like, dude, you made a movie? That's so cool.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Yeah. You made a movie? That's incredible.
Yes, I could do it.
There is you guys know Tom Scharpling?
Yeah, definitely.
So we used to listen to the Best Show a lot. And Benny, that character was developed with Ronald Bronstein.
So
we wrote the movie with.
And then every once in a while, Ronnie would be like, "Oh, well, no, people aren't gonna. It's not real. It's not gonna. People aren't gonna do. It's not gonna work.
No one's gonna buy that voice.
Yeah, nobody's gonna buy the voice." I'm like, "No, I'm telling you, I could do the voice. People will accept it as real." And it was just a whole thing. And so I would call into his.
Who's the greatest judge of
yes, is Tom Scharpling always gets these calls. Get off my
Gomp,
get off my phone, and I would call trying to convince him that I was a real person. And so I would call as Nick, and I would get onto the phone, and then there was a whole thing with the grandmother listening. I had this whole theory of like this whole scene that was working, and he didn't hang up. It got really like silent on the air, and then I think actually our friend Jake was also listening, and he texted me right when it happened. He goes, "Man, it's like you got it. Like he totally thinks that that's real," and it was just like. Got silent.
So you test these things in real life.
Yeah. So it in that sense, it was just like, but I've had full on interviews with people who either don't know or look at me like I'm a ghost. Like, what's going on right now?
You said like you guys were talking about like the patronizing, like, hey man, like you said, like, congrats, you made a movie.
That's it.
Good job. And that's sadly, I hate that shit. You know what I mean? Like, someone was talking to me, they were playing basketball and someone was like special needs, you know, they were developmentally disabled in some way, and then like, you know, they were getting special treatment. Everyone was like walking on eggshells. Just treat everyone the same way. How about that? You know what I mean? And I know that when we were doing research with Pattinson up in Yonkers, Benny when he stayed in character when we were doing this research, people just ignored him. They pretended like he was like not a real human being. They squeezed him out. No one wanted to talk to him.
There was
and he just
moment,
naturally ended up being, you know, pushed to a
there
corner.
was a moment where there was like a full conversation, and the circle just slowly closed, and I was literally just on the outside, not in. And I was like,
people are ugly, man.
And it's strange, and it's like and for that, it's like we look to cast somebody who was disabled. You know, we really wanted to do that, but there was. The speed of the schedule, the speed of everything, you know, we would have had to do so many things that were unfair.
No, it was the action sequences we would have been manipulating.
And it would have you'd have to manipulate somebody out of what we thought was nice. You know, it wasn't comfortable. So